Chelsea fans and Hakim Ziyech fans, you're going to love this news. Thomas Tuchel endorses the player, and basically, if we're going to play Hakim, we're playing 4 at the back. This is fantastic. Kai Havertz, criticism and constructive criticism, and more importantly, updates on Rhys James, Mason Mount, and other players that are coming back into the team. Let's get into this video. Welcome to the Kavkas View, guys, and in today's video, we have got a great build-up to the Chelsea versus Crystal Palace game. Premier League is back, and Chelsea have got a great opportunity to get 3 points. But from the press conference, we have got numerous stories. Hakim Ziyech, is he in trouble? Because unless we're playing a 4 at the back, according to Tuchel, he ain't going to be playing. Then we start looking at the Kai Havertz. He gives us key fundamental points where he can improve, and we're going to talk about that. Additionally, he had news about Rhys James, Mason Mount, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Achilles injury potentially. So let's get into the video. You right there. Listen, I am so close to 13k. Can we get me to 30k on the level? 400 new subscribers. That's all I need. It's not too many to ask for, but the best way you can do that, if you're already subscribed, hit the like button. Can we hit 500 likes on this video? Literally, in the comments below, write down what number you are. The algorithm loves that. I love that. I appreciate every single one of you that does it. So please, can we do that? Let's get on with the video. Story number 1 is about Hakim Ziyech, and Thomas Tuchel spoke about why the player was dropped. Look, I was shocked more than anyone when he was dropped. You all know I'm not the biggest fan of Hakim Ziyech, but I understand the qualities that he has and he influences into this team. Hakim Ziyech was dropped for the Palmeiras game, and they asked why. Well, one of the reasons was because Tuchel believed it was best to go with the 3 at the back system, and he believes Hakim Ziyech attributes best in a right wing position. Hallelujah! Finally, we get to the point now that we know where he fits in best. Is he fantastic in other positions? No, but what does he do great at the right wing position? He cuts in, he creates passes, he contributes into the attacking midfield position, and also he has good interchange with Mason Mount and the right back. So if he's going to be playing, he will be prioritized at the right wing. For me, the issue arises is when we play in the big game. Is Hakim going to be playing, or is Hakim going to be a player against the little team where we have more comfort and more fluidity to go into these games? Personally, if I'm Hakim, I'm a little bit worried, but I think Hakim with good performances and good numbers on the board will force Thomas Tuchel to pick him and Chelsea to go with a back 4 system. I love the back 4 system. I think that's the way we should be going, and I think that's the long run. But nice to get some clarity, and it's really refreshing for Thomas Tuchel and a manager to come out and be so honest and brutally honest, actually. Not only did he talk about only Hakim Ziyech, he went into Kai Havertz, and the question was asked, like, we're not trying to criticize Kai, but do you want more from him? And he said, look, if it's from a goal scoring standpoint, yeah, of course I do. I think Kai can add that to his game. Kai needs to. But then he actually reverted to giving him positive criticism, and he said Kai needs to improve on the shooting technique, and that's something that I've always spoke about when it comes to Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz looks for the perfect finish one too many times. Sometimes Kai Havertz, bruv, it's fine to clap the thing, put your laces through it. And then secondly, when you have to start thinking about it, he also said Kai needs to be more precise with his final ball in the final third. And this is also true. Sometimes Kai doesn't make the right decision. For me, in essence, this actually means Kai to become world class, he needs to improve those 2 elements. And that is the important thing. Because if Kai improves those 2 things, we are cooking with oil and we aren't cooking with no fat on the pan. So let's hope this changes. But he also spoke about Kai's enthusiasm, about Kai's ability to link up play. He also spoke about him training well. He just basically loves the player, and I do as well. He's one of my favorite players in this Chelsea team, and long may it continue. Well, Rhys James is back, but then he gets injured again with the flu. So Rhys James was back and went out to the tournament with Chelsea for the Club World Cup. I'm not sure where it was, if I'm not mistaken, don't want to get the spot wrong. And Rhys James picked up the flu, and so it's non-Rona related, but it is the flu, so it sets him back a few weeks. Man, the importance of getting this man back cannot be understated. He takes us to another level. He allows us to contribute with goals and assists, creativity from open play, stability at the right wing-back position, and even potentially move into a back 4, allowing him to play that role with efficiency. Rhys James needs to hurry up, and for me, I think he's one of the best youth prospects to have come out of the Chelsea Youth Academy since John Terry. For me, he's better than Mount, he's better than Hudson-Odoi. He's better than Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think this is the best attributed talent that we've produced from the Chelsea Academy. So we want him back ASAP. Some bad news in reverts to Mason Mount. It looks like he's going to struggle to be fit for the cup final against Liverpool next week. Look, he said openly he's not going to play tomorrow. He's not going to make the Champions League game midweek. And the final, it's a stretch. We all know he got injured, and this is bad news. Mason Mount is important. A lot of people don't want to appreciate it. He is great at constructing attacks together by just linking it up with his intensity and basic passing. He's not the most efficient in threading balls through and creating for others. No, that's not him. But he has included goals and assists into his game from dead ball positions. A lot of people give him criticism for that. I don't understand why. How can you criticize someone for being productive from dead ball positions? I never knew those goals meant less. Like, it's an agenda that a lot of people have. It's an agenda that a lot of people are trying to influence because they just don't like the individual. It makes no sense. It's actually deluded if you think about it. So I hope people get off his back. I hope he makes the final because I think we are a better team with him in the first team. Finally, some good news with RLC, and he's back into the lineup. Well, he's back into the squad. So RLC started off the season very well. Broke into the team when no one expected him to. Then he went on a little dip, and then he picked up a injury in his Achilles. So it was nothing reverting back to his original Achilles injury, but it is something new that he's going to have to linger with. Look, reality is when you're a man of his size and you have so much weight that you're running up and down with, in a combustible midfield, it's going to impact you and you are going to pick up injuries here and there. So he will most probably be a player for the rest of his career that's happy being fourth choice at Chelsea. So he's a great fourth or fifth choice squad option. People don't want to accept that. It takes too much time for them to calibrate in their head that yes, Chelsea can have a player that plays three or four games in the space of a month and then disappears, and then it's fine. I don't understand why people get so upset at that. It's fine to be a fourth or fifth choice midfielder and still be successful. But Ruben's got a little Achilles injury again. He's back, he's healthy, but it's something I think we need to keep an eye on. In regards to the game tomorrow, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm actually very nervous. We haven't played a Premier League game in a while. A lot of teams in and around us have dropped points, which makes it great. And Tuchel said we are in a top four battle, but I don't know, okay, how to feel about this. I hope we close the gap on Liverpool and Man City because I want the gap to be as minimal as possible. Look, last time we finished, I think, over 20 points behind Manchester City. I don't want it to be that deep. I want it to be 15 or less. I think it's super important that Chelsea start to productively close the gap on that team. It's all well and good to win cups, but I think bread and butter is the league, and Chelsea need to get back to winning ways. Do I think Chelsea will win? I really do. I think Chelsea are good enough to beat Crystal Palace. I think we've got good enough players to beat Crystal Palace. It's all about getting it right on the day. I think it's going to be a transition battle. I think they're going to park the bus a little bit, hit us on a break with Olise, Eze, Zaha. They're going to be Jordan Ayew. They're going to try to pose a threat in behind. Our midfield needs to be switched on. We need to be alive for the transition. That's where the game will be decided, in my opinion. With us, they've got a good mean defense. They really do. They've got a good goalkeeper, two great centre-halves, in my opinion. Guehi and Anderson are very good centre-halves. They are going to cause us issues. If Romelu does not start playing well from the outset, we are in trouble. I really want to see Kai Havertz start. I hope he goes on a nice little run. He loves playing against them normally. I actually wouldn't mind seeing a front three of Kai Havertz, Pulisic and Ziyech. It will be very exciting. It's very different. I think it's something that we could experiment with. Occasionally maybe throw in a midfield three in there with, and it just would feel natural and it would feel like something we can go off. My prediction right now would be that Chelsea win 2-1. I don't see us scoring a lot of goals. This is a team that doesn't score very many goals, but I do see us conceding and it being a sticky afternoon, can't lie to you. So peeps, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and let me know your thoughts.